Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our internationalized curriculum, and the topic is World Health Organization, and in short, we call it WHO. Okay, let's get ready for the lesson. The schedule of the lesson: number one, get ready. Make sure all your necessary things are with you before we begin the lesson. And number two, we look at the role of the World Health Organization in detail. We will also look at diseases, its spread and transmission. Finally, you have to complete the Google form, the exit card. The World Health Organization is led by a Director General who is appointed by and responsible to the World Health Assembly. And the Director General is Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. The person that you see in picture is the Director of World Health Organization, and we call him Dr. Tedros. In this lesson, we will learn what is World Health Organization, what does World Health Organization do around the world, and where does World Health Organization go to do its work? Children, let me remind you, the short form of World Health Organization is WHO, and we do not say who. Okay, so bear in mind when we're talking about World Health Organization, it's WHO. Where is World Health Organization located? It's got its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. However, it has lots of offices around the world, and especially those vulnerable countries which need help for easy access, and they can monitor the situations in those countries. World Health Organization was established on 7th April 1948, and that day, 7th April, is celebrated all over the world as World Health Day. Now, WHO is a specialized, it's non political, that means it's got nothing to do with any government of any country, it's an independent body, and it's a health agency of the United Nations with its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. The main purpose of WHO, the only responsibility is providing leadership on global health matters. Everywhere in the world, if there is a situation, health situation, emergency situation, epidemic, endemic, pandemic, it is for the World Health Organization to provide necessary health, care, and support to these people. Like every organization, WHO is made up of its governing bodies, which is made up of representatives from more than 153 countries. So every participating country will have a person representing that country in WHO, and all these representatives together they discuss and formulate plans to help in global health related matters. What does World Health Organization do? Its primary function is to promote health, keep the world safe, and serve the vulnerable. Its goal is to promote more than billion people to have universal health coverage, to protect people from health emergencies, and to provide people with better health and well-being. Besides, they also are at the forefront of research and development. They help in finding new medicines, new vaccines for emerging diseases, and controlling the spread of viruses. Besides taking care of the global health related matters, one more important function for WHO is to spread information. WHO has to spread information to every country, every person in every corner of the world. And what do you think is the best way to do this? It's very challenging to pass information about health related matters to every person on this planet. And one interesting way that WHO does is by creating infographics. Infographics are information, are graphic information, graphics which provide information. They're easy to read, They are colorful, eye-catchy, and it doesn't need much explanation. The pictures are self-explanatory, and it's easy for World Health Organization to spread information on very important topics such as pandemic or about vaccinations or about any other health-related issue. It's interesting, isn't it? You can try making one infographic for any topic that you want to spread information. In this slide, we are looking at different virus structures. I'm sure you know this, that these are different viruses that we have in our surrounding. Can we see them? Definitely not. Viruses are microscopic structures. We can't see them with our naked eyes. If you want to see them, we have to put them under the microscope, such as we have to take a sample first. It could be a blood sample or a saliva sample. Put it under the microscope, and you'll be able to see these virus structures. Now, when we say virus, we think all viruses are harmful. However, not all viruses cause diseases. Some even provide cures. But we have to be safe and we have to stop spreading the virus. We have to control the situation because some viruses can be deadly for humans because human body is not adapted to a foreign virus and we may not have that immunity to fight the virus. That's the reason we should be preventing the spread of virus. The spread of virus, it happens in certain stages. Now, these are endemic, epidemic, and pandemic. Endemic is a disease that is always present, an infection that's always present in a group of people or in a place, and it is very low. It's something like we have an influenza flu. We don't get alarmed by it. Okay, we have influenza flu, we take medicine, it's okay, nothing to be worried about. But if this flu it spreads to another country or a large number of people in that country, then it's like an epidemic kind of situation. It is a more serious kind of flu. And now when this flu it spreads to countries across the world, overall around the world, then this is a pandemic situation and it has to be taken as an urgent matter and it cannot be taken lightly. So it's endemic when it infects less number of people and it's very low. Epidemic, a larger group of people within that country and it spreads within a short time. And pandemic, when it just crosses boundaries and continents and it's all over the world. And the current situation with COVID 19 is very well, you can say that it's a pandemic situation. This is not the first time that the world is seeing a pandemic like situation with COVID 19. In the past, there have been many instances when the world has witnessed epidemics and endemics caused by viruses. Some examples are here. You can see the picture of smallpox virus, the one that is on your left, two red balls that is caused that virus causes something called smallpox. I actually didn't want to put the smallpox picture because it's too gruesome to look at. And one on the right you see are the measles. Now smallpox and measles viruses are among the oldest that infected humans. And in the middle, the picture that you see is the polio virus, which cripples the leg. And in the past, many children were infected with polio virus, and it crippled a lot of young children. Here, look at the chart of some of the viruses that produce epidemic diseases and the agents that spread these viruses and the ways to prevent the spread. We have three: avian flu, swine flu, Zika virus. In Hong Kong, we have had avian flu, that's H5N1, and swine flu, H1N1, were reported in Hong Kong in the past. Zika virus has never been reported in Hong Kong and it spreads by mosquito and it's supposed to be very dangerous. So, next time, when you read signs such as no direct contact with infected dead or live birds, no feeding wild birds, it's not just for information, it's there because it could be very deadly. Sometimes we may not realize that close contact with such birds can pass on some germs or viruses to us. That is one of the reasons that we should avoid contacting like dead bodies or live birds, and we should not feed birds, and we should not be in contact with any infected animal, because there are high chances that the animal has some kind of virus, and it's easy for that animal to pass the virus to humans, and it can be very dangerous. Look at this picture. It shows you the spread of Zika virus. If you look at the atlas, some of the countries are colored purple. So that shows the reported active transmission of Zika virus, and it's passed through the mosquitoes. Based on the transmission, you should be able to say whether it's endemic, epidemic, or pandemic. Okay? Tell me the answer in Google Classroom. Another picture for you. Look at this picture. This is the latest picture of the spread of coronavirus, COVID 19. You should be definitely be able to tell me whether it's epidemic, endemic, or pandemic. In the end, you need to do the Google form, the exit card. Let's see what you learned from this lesson. And see you soon.